Mars, the planet of energy, action, and drive, will retrograde in the mutable air sign of Gemini from January 21st to February 24th, 2025. This is a significant astrological phase, as Mars retrogrades only once every 2 years, lasting for about 60 to 80 days. Its retrograde motion alters its typically dynamic and forward-moving energy, redirecting it inward. This shift in Mars's energy brings a unique opportunity to reassess, recalibrate, and redirect how we assert ourselves and take action in various areas of life. It is essential to note that these interpretations are based on Sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference with the tropical zodiac. Gemini, ruled by Mercury, is a sign of communication, intellect, adaptability, and curiosity. It governs thought processes, short-distance travel, interpersonal connections, and the sharing of ideas. When Mars retrogrades in Gemini, the fiery and assertive energy of Mars merges with Gemini's mental and communicative qualities, creating a period where quick decision-making may give way to introspection. Challenges related to communication, focus, and coordination may emerge, but this time also provides fertile ground for rethinking strategies, improving problem-solving, and refining approaches in key areas of life. The retrograde motion of Mars brings an inherent sense of slowing down. Projects or initiatives that require a lot of forward momentum may face delays or obstacles. Plans for progress might need to be reevaluated, and hasty decisions made in the past may now reveal their flaws, requiring revision or correction. It's a time to focus on unfinished tasks rather than starting something entirely new. Mars retrograde challenges us to develop patience, resilience, and a strategic mindset, as rushing forward can lead to setbacks. In the sign of Gemini, this retrograde particularly affects communication and intellectual pursuits. Misunderstandings, arguments, or delays in information flow are likely. Conversations that were previously left unresolved may resurface, demanding clarity and resolution. This period encourages us to think before we speak, ensuring that our words align with our intentions and that we communicate effectively without unnecessary conflict. Travel, another domain governed by Gemini, may also face disruptions during this time. Delayed trips, miscommunication in travel plans, or the need to revisit previously visited places may become prominent themes. Instead of pushing for new journeys, this phase is better suited for planning and reflecting on past experiences. Mars retrograde in Gemini also heightens introspection about our mental habits and patterns. This period is excellent for identifying where mental energy is being wasted and redirecting it toward more productive endeavors. Individuals involved in creative writing, teaching, or any profession requiring communication may need to refine their skills and revisit old ideas for improvement. Another key aspect of this retrograde is the interplay between Mars and other planets. As Mars slows down, it creates dynamic interactions with the broader planetary movements of the time. Notably, Jupiter, also retrograde during this period, adds a layer of introspection and reassessment about beliefs, growth, and long-term goals. The simultaneous retrogression of two powerful planets underscores the importance of slowing down and reevaluating personal and collective aspirations. Mars retrograde is also an opportunity to confront unresolved conflicts. Issues that have been brewing beneath the surface, especially in relationships or professional settings, may come to light. This can feel uncomfortable, but it offers the chance for healing and resolution. However, this is not the time for aggressive confrontations or impulsive actions. Instead, a thoughtful and strategic approach is essential. On a collective level, Mars retrograde in Gemini may influence the world's focus on communication, media, and technology. There may be disruptions in digital communications, data systems, or transportation networks. Conversations surrounding misinformation or the ethical use of technology could take center stage. It is a time when words carry significant weight, urging caution in how information is shared and received. Another noteworthy influence of Mars retrograde in Gemini is its potential impact on physical and mental energy levels. Mars governs our vitality, and during retrograde, we may feel less energetic or more prone to burnout. Rest and self-care become essential during this period. Gemini's influence on the nervous system might heighten restlessness or anxiety, making it vital to adopt practices that foster calm and focus. Breathing exercises, meditation, and mindfulness can help balance the heightened mental activity that this retrograde may trigger. As the retrograde comes to an end on February 24th, Mars will resume its direct motion, bringing a renewed sense of clarity, drive, and purpose. The lessons learned during this introspective phase will prepare us to move forward with greater awareness and confidence. Retrogrades, while often challenging, are not inherently negative. Instead, they offer the gift of reflection, urging us to slow down, reassess, and align our actions with our long-term goals and values. It's crucial to perceive Mars as the planet of action. Wherever it transits in the chart or during transit, It ignites activity in matters associated with that specific house. If Mars is well positioned in the chart and during transit, it also takes on the role of a defender or protector, safeguarding the affairs related to the house it influences. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it is crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign offers insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you will emotionally respond to these changes. Take into account the position of your current Maha-dasha lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. This transit may manifest differently for each individual, and how they navigate this transit will depend on their personal charts. A more precise understanding of the impact of this transit can be gained by examining Mars's Ashtaka score in Gemini. Keep in mind that the effects of this transit are contingent on Mars's interaction with the planets in individual birth charts. It's also worth noting that individuals currently experiencing the influence of Mars dasha may feel the effects of this transit more intensely. To understand how this transit may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses it transits, let's delve into those specifics. For Aries, the retrograde transit of Mars in Gemini is a significant period. As Mars governs Aries, this retrogression directly impacts your vitality, courage, and communication. Mars's position in Gemini, your third house, emphasizes areas related to speech, siblings, short travels, courage, and initiative. This transit invites a period of recalibration and introspection, offering opportunities to refine your approach in these areas. During this transit, you may notice shifts in your communication style. The usual assertiveness and clarity of Mars may feel muted, leading to moments of frustration or misunderstandings. Conversations that once flowed naturally might now require extra effort, and you could feel as though your voice isn't being heard. This is not a limitation but a nudge from the cosmos to rethink how you express yourself. Being mindful of your tone and choosing words carefully will help you avoid unnecessary conflicts, especially in professional and familial settings. Written communication, in particular, requires attention. Double-check emails, messages, or any formal correspondence to ensure clarity and prevent misinterpretations. Mars retrograde in the third house also brings unresolved matters related to siblings or close acquaintances to the forefront. Misunderstandings or disputes that were previously brushed aside may resurface, demanding resolution. While this might initially seem burdensome, it's an opportunity to mend relationships and rebuild trust. Maintaining a calm demeanor and showing willingness to compromise will help mitigate tensions. Your energy levels during this period might feel inconsistent. The retrograde motion of Mars often dampens the usual drive, making it harder to maintain momentum in personal and professional pursuits. It's essential to avoid starting new projects or ventures during this time. Instead, focus on tasks that have been left incomplete. Use this period to reorganize your priorities, revisit past plans, and refine existing strategies. For instance, you could reevaluate your daily schedule, update long-term goals, or even enhance a skill that has been neglected. Mars's placement in the third house also encourages introspection about your courage and determination. While this transit can enhance your confidence, there's a fine line between assertiveness and overconfidence. Be cautious of impulsive decisions or actions that might create unnecessary hurdles. Mars retrograde urges you to strike a balance between pursuing your goals with determination and respecting the boundaries of others. The aspects Mars forms during this transit amplify its influence across different areas of your life. Its fourth aspect on Virgo, where Ketu resides, draws attention to health and daily routines. This is a favorable time to reassess your physical well-being and adopt healthier habits. If you've been neglecting exercise or a balanced diet, Mars encourages you to take actionable steps toward improving your fitness. Work-related dynamics might come under scrutiny. You may become more aware of hidden tensions with colleagues or competitors, offering an opportunity to strategize and maintain harmony in your workplace. The seventh aspect of Mars on Sagittarius, your ninth house, emphasizes growth in philosophical and spiritual areas. However, Mars retrograde may create obstacles or delays in matters related to higher education, long-distance travel, or spiritual pursuits. Rather than feeling discouraged, view these challenges as moments to refine your path. Reflect on your beliefs, and consider how they align with your current goals. Short journeys during this period may bring unexpected insights or inspiration, especially if you revisit places from your past. The eighth aspect of Mars on Capricorn, your 10th house of career, highlights professional matters. While this aspect has the potential to bring recognition and growth in your career, the retrograde motion may initially create delays or conflicts. Misunderstandings with authority figures or colleagues are possible, requiring patience and tact to navigate. Use this time to evaluate your career trajectory and set realistic expectations. If you're seeking a new job or contemplating a change, focus on preparing thoroughly and honing your skills, as opportunities may arise once Mars turns direct. Another significant theme of this retrograde transit is financial discipline. Mars's aspect on your 6th house, Virgo, encourages you to reconsider how you manage debts and loans. If you've been struggling with financial obligations, this is a great time to create a repayment plan or budget that aligns with your long-term goals. Avoid impulsive spending, and instead, channel your resources towards stability and growth. On a personal level, Mars retrograde in Gemini can feel like a call to revisit passions and hobbies that bring you joy. This is an excellent time to explore creative outlets or physical activities that channel your energy productively. Whether it's joining a sports team, engaging in fitness classes, or dedicating time to a long-lost hobby, these activities can provide a much-needed release for the pent-up energy Mars retrograde often creates. As Mars turns direct on February 24th, you'll notice a gradual restoration of clarity and momentum. The lessons learned during this retrograde period will prepare you for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. By April 3rd, when Mars transitions into Cancer, its influence will shift, offering a more emotionally driven energy to focus on home, family, and personal well-being. Overall, the retrograde of Mars in Gemini is a powerful period of reflection and recalibration for Aries natives. While it may bring challenges in communication, relationships, and professional life, it also offers opportunities for growth, healing, and strategic planning. By approaching this transit with patience and mindfulness, you can harness its energy to build a stronger foundation for the future. Focus on resolving past issues, refining your skills, and aligning your actions with your broader aspirations. With careful navigation, this retrograde period can become a transformative chapter in your personal and professional journey. For Taurus, the retrogression of Mars in Gemini marks a significant period of reflection and recalibration. Taking place in your 2nd house, which governs wealth, speech, family, and accumulated resources, this transit brings both challenges and opportunities for growth. Mars, as the Lord of your 7th house of partnerships and 12th house of loss and foreign connections, influences these areas profoundly during its retrograde motion, urging you to reassess your priorities and refine your strategies. One of the primary effects of this transit is on your financial life. The 2nd house is closely linked to material security, and Mars's retrogression may lead to unexpected expenses, disruptions in cash flow, or the need to reassess your financial plans. There could be expenditures related to health, travel, or luxury indulgences, which might strain your budget. As such, it is essential to practice financial discipline during this time. Avoid making significant investments or speculative decisions, as the results may not align with your expectations. Instead, focus on creating a robust budget, clearing debts, and setting realistic financial goals that prioritize long-term stability. This transit also highlights your relationship with money and possessions. Reflect on how you handle resources, not just in terms of savings and expenditures but also in terms of how your financial habits align with your values. This introspection could lead to meaningful changes in how you perceive wealth and its role in your life. The influence of Mars on speech and communication is another key aspect of this transit. Retrograde Mars in Gemini amplifies a fiery, impulsive quality in your verbal expressions, which may result in misunderstandings or conflicts with family members and close associates. You might find yourself speaking with unintended rudeness or becoming overly assertive in discussions. This period calls for mindful communication. Consider your words carefully before expressing them to ensure they promote understanding rather than discord. Practicing active listening and empathy can help maintain harmony within your family and professional circles. Family dynamics also come to the forefront during this period. Unresolved issues or latent tensions within your family might resurface, providing an opportunity to address and heal them. Although this process may feel uncomfortable, it offers a chance for deeper connection and reconciliation. Taking a patient and compassionate approach will help rebuild trust and strengthen familial bonds. Mars's retrograde aspects add further complexity to its influence. The 4th aspect on Virgo, your 5th house, emphasizes creativity, children, and romantic relationships. This could be a time when old creative projects demand your attention or past issues with loved ones resurface. If you are single, you may feel an urge to explore new romantic opportunities, but it's wise to avoid rushing into commitments. For those in relationships, heightened emotions and occasional disagreements may arise, necessitating a calm and understanding approach. The 7th aspect of retrograde Mars on Sagittarius, your 8th house, brings focus to shared resources, inheritances, and deep psychological transformations. You may find it necessary to revisit joint financial matters, such as shared investments or tax-related concerns. This aspect encourages introspection, particularly regarding fears or emotional patterns that may be holding you back. Engaging in self-discovery and personal growth during this time can lead to profound transformations. The 8th aspect on Capricorn, your 9th house, highlights long-term goals, higher education, and travel. While obstacles or delays may arise in these areas, they serve as opportunities to refine your plans and align them with your values. This aspect also supports spiritual exploration and the pursuit of knowledge, making it an excellent time to engage in activities that expand your understanding of the world. Health is another critical area influenced by this transit. The 2nd house's connection to diet and nutrition, coupled with Mars's retrogression, emphasizes the importance of making conscious choices about what you consume. Poor dietary habits could lead to chronic health issues, particularly if you are older or have pre-existing conditions. Use this time to evaluate and improve your eating patterns, ensuring that your nutrition supports your overall well-being. For those who are physically active, consider fine-tuning your intake of proteins and other nutrients to support your fitness goals effectively. Mars's influence also extends to spiritual growth and inner reflection, particularly for those residing in foreign lands. As the Lord of your 12th house, Mars retrograde can encourage you to explore spiritual practices, meditation, or even pilgrimages. This transit provides an opportunity to connect with your inner self and find a deeper sense of purpose. For professionals and business owners, the retrogression of Mars may lead to discussions with partners about shared values and future directions. Whether in business or personal relationships, this is a time to clarify your goals and ensure they align with the aspirations of those around you. Miscommunications could arise, particularly in written forms like emails or contracts, so pay extra attention to detail and avoid making hasty decisions. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, the challenges of this retrograde period will gradually dissipate, bringing clarity and renewed momentum. Financial matters are likely to stabilize, and relationships will benefit from the efforts you've made to communicate thoughtfully and resolve conflicts. This phase will leave you better equipped to manage resources, build stronger family connections, and navigate your professional life with confidence. Overall, the retrogression of Mars in Gemini offers Taurus natives a transformative period marked by introspection, recalibration, and growth. While challenges in finances, communication, and relationships may arise, they serve as catalysts for positive change. By embracing patience, mindfulness, and adaptability, you can navigate this transit successfully and emerge with a stronger foundation for the future. For Gemini, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a significant period. Positioned in the 1st house, this transit emphasizes self-identity, physical vitality, and how you present yourself to the world. Mars, a planet known for its energy, drive, and aggression, takes on an introspective quality during its retrograde motion, encouraging reflection and reassessment rather than outward action. The retrograde's influence on your personality, health, relationships, and professional life will be profound, demanding patience, mindfulness, and strategic planning. The 1st house governs self-expression, physical appearance, and overall life direction, making this a time when you may question who you are and what you want to achieve. Mars, the ruler of your 6th house of health and debts and your 11th house of gains and aspirations, turns its attention to your personal space, asking you to reflect on past actions and decisions. This period is not about initiating new ventures but about reassessing ongoing projects and personal habits. If you've neglected self-care or taken impulsive actions, now is the time to correct course. Physically, you may feel a noticeable shift in your energy levels. Mars in retrograde often reduces the forward momentum you're accustomed to, leading to fatigue or a sense of being stuck. This is a time to prioritize rest and rejuvenation. Engage in activities that channel Mars's fiery energy constructively, such as yoga, meditation, or moderate exercise. Avoid overexertion or impulsive physical actions, as Mars retrograde can increase the risk of minor injuries, particularly to the head and shoulders. Paying attention to health concerns now can prevent them from becoming chronic. In your professional life, Mars's retrograde influence can be both challenging and rewarding. As the ruler of the 11th house, Mars oversees your social networks, aspirations, and financial gains. During this transit, you might find opportunities for financial growth or career advancements, but these could come with increased responsibilities or unexpected obstacles. The retrograde period is ideal for reviewing your long-term goals and ensuring your plans are aligned with your ambitions. However, avoid making impulsive decisions, particularly regarding investments or taking on debts, as the ruler of your 6th house could complicate financial matters. Instead, focus on strengthening your financial foundation through careful planning and strategic thinking. Your temperament and communication style are also affected during this time. Mars in Gemini can make you more assertive, even aggressive, in your interactions. In its retrograde motion, this assertiveness can turn inward, creating frustration, impatience, or suppressed anger. It's crucial to channel this energy constructively rather than letting it manifest as rash decisions or conflicts. Be mindful of your words, as Gemini rules communication, and misunderstandings can easily arise. Practice active listening and consider the impact of your statements before speaking, especially in professional or personal settings. Relationships, both personal and professional, are likely to come under scrutiny. Mars's retrograde motion in the first house can amplify your need for control or assertiveness, potentially leading to conflicts with loved ones or colleagues. This is especially true in romantic relationships, where the fiery energy of Mars may highlight power dynamics or unresolved tensions. On the positive side, the retrograde encourages deeper introspection, allowing you to understand and address the root causes of relationship issues. If you're single, you might feel a stronger desire to connect with someone, but it's best to approach new relationships cautiously during this time. Mars's retrograde aspects further enhance its influence. Its fourth aspect on Virgo, your fourth house of home and emotional stability, brings attention to family dynamics and domestic matters. Unresolved issues within your home or family might resurface, demanding patience and understanding. You may feel compelled to address these matters, creating a more harmonious environment. However, the process can be emotionally draining, so make time for self-care and reflection. The seventh aspect of Mars on Sagittarius, your seventh house of partnerships, emphasizes challenges in both personal and business relationships. This aspect can lead to misunderstandings, arguments, or feelings of distance between partners. If you're in a committed relationship, the retrograde offers an opportunity to address imbalances and improve communication. For those seeking new partnerships, whether romantic or professional, it's advisable to take a cautious approach and focus on building a solid foundation rather than rushing into commitments. Mars's eighth aspect on Capricorn, your eighth house of transformation, shared resources, and emotional depth, brings focus to financial matters and inner growth. This aspect can uncover hidden fears or anxieties, offering a chance for deep introspection and healing. Financially, shared resources or debts may come into focus, requiring careful review and management. Avoid high-risk investments or impulsive financial decisions, as Mars's retrograde energy is better suited for reassessment than action. Another significant influence of this transit is on your role as a leader, whether in your personal or professional life. Mars in the first house often places you in a position of authority, even if you're not seeking it. During the retrograde, this responsibility might feel overwhelming, especially if you're unaccustomed to taking charge. Embrace this challenge as an opportunity to develop confidence, patience, and strategic thinking. While the retrograde may test your leadership abilities, it also provides a chance to refine them. As Mars's retrograde continues, you might experience a heightened interest in spiritual or esoteric subjects, particularly those related to the eighth house. This could include exploring astrology, mysticism, or deep psychological insights. For students or researchers, this period is excellent for delving into complex topics that require focus and persistence. However, staying disciplined and avoiding distractions is essential, as the retrograde energy can sometimes make concentration difficult. By February 24th, when Mars resumes direct motion, you'll likely feel a gradual restoration of energy, focus, and clarity. The introspection and reassessment that occurred during the retrograde will provide a stronger foundation for future actions. Use this newfound clarity to set realistic goals and pursue them with determination and patience. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a time of reflection, recalibration, and personal growth. While the transit may bring challenges in energy levels, communication, relationships, and decision-making, it also offers valuable lessons and opportunities for self-improvement. By approaching this period with mindfulness and strategic planning, you can harness its energy to create lasting positive changes in your life. Embrace the introspective nature of this transit, and you'll emerge stronger, more self-aware, and better prepared for the journey ahead. For Cancer, the retrogression of Mars in Gemini ushers in a profound period of introspection, self-awareness, and transformation. With Mars occupying your 12th house, the domain of spirituality, foreign connections, hidden matters, and losses, the transit is set to challenge and redefine various aspects of your life. Governed by Mars, your 5th house of creativity, love, and children, as well as your 10th house of career and status, will also be deeply influenced during this time. As a Yogacaraka planet for Cancer, Mars generally exerts a positive influence, but its retrogression in this particular house demands careful navigation. The 12th house is often described as the house of surrender and letting go. It represents intangible experiences, emotional healing, and the shedding of past burdens. Mars retrograde here amplifies the need to retreat from external distractions and focus inward. This transit creates an opportunity for you to confront unresolved emotions, whether they pertain to regrets, past relationships, or subconscious fears. By engaging in spiritual practices such as meditation, mindfulness, or journaling, you can achieve greater clarity and inner peace. This is also a time to explore forgiveness and release toxic patterns or relationships that no longer serve you, paving the way for a lighter, more fulfilling path ahead. Financially, Mars retrograde in the 12th house signals the potential for unexpected expenses and a need to reassess your financial habits. The 12th house governs hidden losses, and during this transit, you may uncover areas where you have been overextending yourself financially. Mars's retrograde energy, however, also helps to curb impulsive spending. This is a favorable period for prioritizing long-term financial stability over short-term gratification. Investments should be approached cautiously, and major financial decisions or commitments are best postponed until after Mars resumes direct motion. Spending on intangible experiences, such as travel or wellness activities like yoga or Pilates, can prove more fulfilling during this time than material acquisitions. Professionally, the influence of Mars retrograde on your 10th house of career and 5th house of creativity suggests that you may face challenges and delays in your professional endeavors. The 12th house's connection with foreign lands indicates that those working in multinational corporations or involved in export-import businesses are likely to benefit more during this period. If your career involves connections to foreign countries, you may find success, albeit through persistent effort and strategic planning. However, workplace dynamics could become strained, with a heightened risk of conflicts with colleagues or subordinates. It is crucial to steer clear of office gossip and maintain a focused, disciplined approach to your responsibilities to avoid disruptions in your progress. The retrogression of Mars also emphasizes the need for personal and emotional adjustments. Relationships with family members, particularly your father or younger siblings, may experience turbulence during this time. The 4th aspect of Mars on Virgo, which governs your 3rd house of communication and courage, highlights the importance of refining your communication style and maintaining patience in personal interactions. Strive to avoid unnecessary arguments or misunderstandings with loved ones, and focus on building harmonious relationships. Mars's 7th aspect on Sagittarius, your 6th house of health and service, underscores the need to pay attention to your physical well-being. This is a favorable time to address any lingering health issues, whether chronic or acute, and to establish a consistent wellness routine. The retrograde energy of Mars encourages you to reassess your daily habits and eliminate practices that are detrimental to your health. Regular checkups and a disciplined approach to self-care will help you maintain balance and vitality during this phase. In your romantic and marital relationships, the retrograde phase of Mars brings both challenges and opportunities. The 8th aspect on Capricorn, your 7th house of partnerships, may highlight underlying tensions or unresolved issues in your relationships. For married couples, this transit can reignite passion and deepen emotional connections, provided both partners remain open and communicative. Singles may find themselves drawn to potential partners during work-related events, such as conferences or business trips, but it is advisable to approach new relationships with caution and avoid rushing into commitments. While this period is conducive to exploring romantic possibilities, major decisions such as marriage are best deferred until after the retrograde phase. Mars's retrograde influence extends to your 6th house of debts and enemies, offering an opportunity to reassess your financial obligations and address outstanding loans. This is a favorable time to redirect your resources toward clearing debts and establishing greater financial security. Mars retrograde helps to uncover hidden adversaries, enabling you to identify and manage potential threats in your personal or professional life more effectively. By remaining vigilant and strategic, you can navigate conflicts with greater confidence and clarity. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, you will begin to notice a shift in energy and momentum. The insights gained during this retrograde period will help you move forward with renewed focus and determination. Professionally, you will be better equipped to handle challenges and make informed decisions. Financially, the lessons learned about managing resources and prioritizing needs will contribute to long-term stability. Emotionally, the process of introspection and healing will leave you more self-aware and resilient, ready to embrace new opportunities with a clear and focused mind. Mars's retrograde in Gemini for Cancer natives is a transformative period that emphasizes the importance of introspection, discipline, and strategic planning. By embracing the lessons and challenges of this transit, you can emerge stronger, more self-aware, and better prepared to navigate the complexities of life. Whether in your personal relationships, financial management, or professional pursuits, this phase offers a chance to realign your priorities and set the stage for future growth and success. For Leo, Mars's retrogression in Gemini brings a unique mix of opportunities and challenges. This transit occurs in the 11th house of gains, friendships, and long-term aspirations, highlighting areas of material success, social connections, and personal ambition. Mars, as a Yoga Karaka planet for Leo, wields special significance in shaping the destiny and fortune of the sign. However, its retrograde motion introduces an introspective energy that encourages reflection, recalibration, and the careful navigation of challenges. For Leo, this retrograde phase can yield significant benefits if approached with mindfulness, patience, and strategic planning. The 11th house, where this transit takes place, governs financial gains, social networks, and the realization of dreams. Mars retrograde in this house signifies a period of unpredictable financial fluctuations. While there is potential for sudden financial gains through professional opportunities or investments, there is also the possibility of delays in payments or reductions in income. Bonuses, promotions, or increments might arrive unexpectedly, but these financial boosts could be accompanied by temporary setbacks, such as unpaid leaves or unplanned expenses. The key to navigating this period lies in prudent financial management and avoiding impulsive decisions. Focus on saving and resource planning to maintain stability during this unpredictable time. Socially, Mars's retrogression highlights your connections with friends, colleagues, and groups. As the planet of action and energy turns inward, you may feel compelled to reassess your relationships and the dynamics within your social circles. Certain friendships or associations might no longer resonate with your goals, prompting you to distance yourself from them. This could be a time of releasing old ties that no longer serve your growth or of temporarily stepping back to gain clarity on your priorities. On the positive side, this transit can also bring opportunities to reconnect with old friends or strengthen bonds with those who share your vision and values. Mars retrograde in Gemini fosters out-of-the-box thinking and innovative problem-solving. For Leo individuals working in fields such as technology, creativity, or innovation, this transit can be particularly beneficial. You might discover new strategies, solutions, or perspectives that propel your projects forward. However, it's crucial to ground these ideas in practicality and avoid overconfidence. The retrograde energy can sometimes amplify impulsive tendencies, leading to hasty decisions or unrealistic plans. Approach this period with a balanced mindset, combining creativity with careful analysis. Mars, as the ruler of the 4th house, home, stability, and emotional security, and the 9th house, luck, higher education, and spiritual growth, brings its influence to these areas during this transit. The 4th aspect of Mars on the 2nd house, Virgo, draws attention to financial stability and familial relationships. You may experience a boost in your savings or accumulation of wealth, especially if you approach your finances wisely. However, be cautious about lending money, as repayments might be delayed or unrecoverable. Family dynamics could become strained due to misunderstandings or impulsive communication. Practice mindfulness in your speech and interactions to maintain harmony within your family. The 7th aspect of Mars on the 5th house, Sagittarius, highlights creativity, romance, and speculative ventures. For those involved in creative projects, this period may bring challenges that require revisions or adjustments. Patience and persistence will be essential to navigate these delays. In romantic relationships, the retrograde phase may test your emotional connection, but it also offers opportunities to deepen your bond through open and honest communication. Single Leo individuals may find themselves drawn to new romantic prospects, possibly in foreign settings or professional environments. However, these connections should be approached thoughtfully, as retrograde energy often carries an element of unpredictability. Speculative investments, such as stocks or cryptocurrency, might attract your attention during this period. While there is potential for gains, the risks are equally high. Impulsive investments could lead to financial losses, so exercise caution and conduct thorough research before making any decisions. It's advisable to focus on long-term financial planning rather than seeking quick profits during this transit. The 8th aspect of Mars on the 6th house, Capricorn, emphasizes daily routines, professional life, and health. Workplace dynamics may become more demanding, with potential conflicts or competition arising. Approach these challenges with professionalism and strategic thinking, avoiding unnecessary confrontations. This is also a time to focus on your physical and emotional well-being. Adopting a disciplined fitness routine or engaging in activities that bring you joy, such as dancing or creative hobbies, can help you maintain balance and reduce stress. Mars retrograde also invites introspection and the application of past experiences. As the ruler of the 9th house, Mars encourages you to draw upon your wisdom and life lessons to navigate current challenges. This is an excellent time for spiritual growth, higher learning, or philosophical reflection. By aligning your actions with your values and long-term aspirations, you can harness the transformative potential of this transit. For Leo individuals involved in international ventures or working in foreign lands, this period holds promise. The 11th house's connection to gains from international connections is amplified by Mars's influence. Whether through professional collaborations, trade, or business, opportunities for success may arise. However, consistent effort, adaptability, and a clear vision will be essential to fully realize these benefits. Romantically, the retrograde Mars transit intensifies emotions and dynamics within relationships. Married Leo individuals may experience moments of passion and renewed connection, but unresolved issues could also surface. Addressing these challenges with honesty and mutual respect can lead to stronger bonds. For those seeking new relationships, encounters during this period may feel exciting and fated, but it's wise to approach them with caution and take time to build a genuine connection. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, the challenges and delays of the retrograde phase will begin to lift. Financial opportunities, social connections, and personal goals will regain momentum, offering a clearer path forward. The lessons learned during the retrograde period, such as patience, resilience, and the importance of strategic planning, will empower you to approach the coming months with greater clarity and determination. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a transformative period for Leo natives, bringing both opportunities and challenges. By embracing the reflective nature of this transit, practicing mindfulness in your actions, and maintaining a balanced approach, you can navigate this phase successfully. The focus on financial stability, social connections, and personal growth offers a chance to realign with your aspirations and pave the way for lasting success. For Virgo, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a significant period. With Mars transiting the 10th house of career, public image, and responsibilities, this transit emphasizes the necessity of introspection, recalibration, and strategic action in your professional and personal life. Mars, as the lord of the 3rd house of initiative and the 8th house of uncertainties, introduces both opportunities and challenges, urging Virgo individuals to adopt a balanced and pragmatic approach. The 10th house, where this retrogression takes place, is a powerhouse in your chart. It governs your career, reputation, and public image, making this transit a critical time for reassessing your professional path. Mars in the 10th house typically enhances drive, ambition, and the ability to lead. However, its retrograde motion slows momentum, introducing delays and unexpected hurdles in your career. Projects that seemed straightforward may become complicated, requiring you to revisit strategies and exert additional effort. Rather than initiating new ventures or making drastic career changes, this period is best utilized for refining existing plans and addressing unresolved issues. During this transit, the workload is likely to increase, with professional commitments becoming more demanding. While this can feel overwhelming, your perseverance and dedication will be crucial in navigating these challenges. Mars retrograde amplifies your perfectionist tendencies, pushing you to excel in your responsibilities. However, it is essential to avoid overexertion, as this could lead to burnout or fatigue. Focus on time management and prioritize tasks to maintain a steady pace. Workplace dynamics may become more complicated during this time. Mars retrograde often brings hidden tensions to the surface, potentially leading to conflicts with colleagues, subordinates, or superiors. Misunderstandings or power struggles might arise, testing your patience and diplomacy. Instead of attempting to assert dominance or take the lead, aim for collaboration and teamwork. A cooperative approach will be far more effective in ensuring smooth progress than trying to control every aspect of the situation. Maintaining open communication and addressing conflicts tactfully can help preserve professional relationships and foster a harmonious work environment. Mars's retrogression in Gemini, a curious and adaptable sign, also sparks thoughts of change. You may find yourself contemplating a job switch, a shift in career direction, or applying for promotions and bonuses. While this period can inspire innovative problem-solving and unconventional approaches, it is crucial to proceed cautiously. Acting impulsively or bending rules could lead to complications. For example, those in finance or other rule-bound professions should avoid shortcuts or risky practices. Instead, use this transit to think outside the box and devise creative solutions that align with ethical and professional standards. The retrograde phase of Mars also highlights personal relationships, particularly within the family. The demands of work may strain familial bonds, requiring you to make a conscious effort to maintain harmony at home. Conflicts with family members, especially your father or other authority figures, might surface during this period. Patience, tact, and open dialogue are essential in resolving these issues and preventing them from escalating. Strive to balance your professional and personal responsibilities to ensure that neither is neglected. Mars's aspects during this transit further shape its influence. Its 4th aspect on Virgo, your Ascendant, emphasizes the need to focus on your physical health and self-expression. The increased workload and stress may lead to mental fatigue, making self-care a priority. Incorporating mindfulness practices, such as yoga or meditation, can help you stay grounded and maintain your energy levels. Be mindful of your communication style, as Mars retrograde may make you more direct and blunter than usual, potentially leading to misunderstandings. The seventh aspect of Mars on Sagittarius, your fourth house, brings attention to your home and emotional well-being. Domestic issues or emotional instability may require resolution during this period. This aspect encourages you to foster a nurturing environment at home, strengthening your emotional foundation and supporting inner stability. It's also a good time to address any lingering family disputes or unresolved matters to bring peace and harmony into your personal life. Mars's eighth aspect on Capricorn, your fifth house, focuses on creativity, romance, and matters related to children. Creative projects may face delays or require revisions, but persistence and adaptability can lead to breakthroughs. For those in romantic relationships, this period may bring intensity and heightened emotions. Whether this intensity manifests positively or negatively depends on the dynamics of your relationship and your approach to challenges. Open communication, loyalty, and honesty are essential in nurturing your bond. For single Virgo individuals, this may not be the ideal time to start new relationships, as retrograde energy often brings unpredictability. The professional challenges posed by Mars retrograde are not without silver linings. If your natal Mars is well placed and supported by favorable planetary periods, this transit can be transformative. Unexpected opportunities for career growth, recognition, or success may arise, especially if you remain patient and focused. However, impulsive decisions or getting involved in office politics can have severe repercussions, so tread carefully and maintain a professional demeanor. For students, Mars's aspect on the fifth house can bring a boost of energy and focus. Those pursuing primary education may perform exceptionally well if they channel their efforts effectively. For others, this transit offers an opportunity to revisit academic goals and refine study strategies. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, the frustrations and delays of the retrograde phase will begin to subside. Clarity and momentum will return to your professional life, allowing you to implement the lessons learned during this introspective period. Your efforts to address workplace challenges, refine strategies, and strengthen relationships will pave the way for long-term success. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini offers Virgo natives a mixed bag of challenges and opportunities. By adopting a patient, reflective, and cooperative approach, you can navigate this period effectively. The focus on professional growth, personal relationships, and self-awareness presents a chance for significant transformation. With mindfulness and strategic planning, this transit can become a stepping stone toward greater achievements and personal fulfillment. For Libra, Mars's retrograde motion in Gemini holds significant implications. Positioned in your ninth house, the domain of higher learning, spirituality, long-distance travel, and philosophical beliefs, this transit triggers a deep period of introspection and reassessment. Mars, the ruler of your second house of wealth and family and the seventh house of partnerships, emphasizes the interconnectedness of your material and relational life with your personal growth and long-term goals during this period. During Mars's retrogression in the ninth house, you may feel a compelling urge to revisit your aspirations, belief systems, and spiritual practices. This house, known for its association with mentors, higher studies, and philosophical pursuits, pushes you to evaluate the relevance and alignment of these areas with your current life path. Mars, being a planet of energy and drive, can make you restless to expand your knowledge and explore new horizons. However, the retrograde motion slows this outward momentum, redirecting your focus inward. This time is ideal for reevaluating your goals and understanding whether your past actions and decisions have truly served your higher purpose. In professional and academic contexts, you might experience delays, obstacles, or the need to revisit earlier efforts. If you are a student, this phase might challenge your study techniques or demand a revision of your approach to learning. Those pursuing higher education, particularly postgraduate studies, may face conflicts with professors or need to redo coursework. Mars's retrogression encourages you to refine your methods and improve your time management rather than pursuing new directions impulsively. Similarly, in professional matters, projects or tasks may demand more time and patience than anticipated. Use this time to build resilience and strategize effectively for long-term success. On the personal front, Mars's influence in your ninth house creates opportunities for exploration and bonding in your relationships, especially with your spouse or partner. This could be a good time to plan meaningful trips or experiences together, allowing you to deepen your emotional connection. However, increased travel or leisure may lead to higher expenditures, so careful financial planning is advised. For those in committed relationships, this transit offers a chance to reassess your shared values and future aspirations, potentially leading to stronger foundations. If single or in a budding relationship, this retrograde could prompt you to think seriously about long-term commitment. Mars retrograde also highlights the dynamics in your familial and authoritative relationships. Clashes with mentors, teachers, or even your father may arise due to differing perspectives. These conflicts, while challenging, are opportunities for growth and understanding. Approach these situations with patience and diplomacy, as they can strengthen these bonds in the long run. Avoid letting ego or impulsiveness dominate these interactions, as they could lead to unnecessary misunderstandings. The retrograde aspects of Mars add depth to this transit, impacting the 12th house, Virgo, 3rd house, Sagittarius, and 4th house, Capricorn. Mars's 4th aspect on your 12th house prompts introspection and spiritual exploration. You may find yourself delving into hidden matters or subconscious patterns, uncovering unresolved emotional issues. This is an excellent time for meditation, journaling, or other therapeutic practices that promote inner healing. However, expenses related to long-distance travel, health, or spiritual pursuits may rise, urging you to exercise financial discipline. Mars's 7th aspect on the 3rd house of communication, courage, and short-term goals draws attention to your interactions and daily activities. During this phase, communication may become more assertive or businesslike, which can work to your advantage if handled carefully. However, misunderstandings with siblings, colleagues, or collaborators might arise, requiring you to practice clarity and tact in your speech. Use this period to refine your communication skills and revisit stalled projects or ideas, paving the way for future success. Mars's 8th aspect on your 4th house of home and emotions underscores the importance of nurturing your domestic environment and emotional well-being. Family matters, particularly those related to your mother, may need your attention. This is a time to create harmony within your household and address any unresolved emotional issues. For some people, this period indicates moving into new homes. For some, this aspect could spark an interest in property investments or home renovations. However, major decisions in these areas are better postponed until after Mars resumes direct motion, as retrograde phases are better suited for planning and reflection rather than immediate action. The retrogression of Jupiter, the ruler of your 3rd and 6th houses, in your 8th house adds another layer of complexity. The simultaneous retrogrades of Mars and Jupiter indicate a period of learning from past mistakes and refining your approach to personal and professional endeavors. This planetary combination urges you to strike a balance between introspection and proactive planning. While delays and obstacles may test your patience, they also provide an opportunity to develop resilience and clarity about your priorities. As Mars turns direct on February 24th, you will begin to feel a renewed sense of energy and purpose. The lessons learned during the retrograde period will enable you to approach your goals with greater determination and focus. If you have used this time wisely to reflect, strategize, and address unresolved issues, you will emerge from this phase stronger and more self-aware. Projects that face delays may now gain momentum, and you will likely find yourself better equipped to handle challenges and seize opportunities. Overall, Mars's retrograde transit in Gemini is a transformative period for Libra natives, offering valuable lessons in patience, introspection, and strategic planning. While the retrograde phase may feel restrictive or challenging, it is ultimately a time of preparation for future growth and success. By channeling your energy into self-improvement and constructive pursuits, you can navigate this period with grace and emerge with a clearer vision for your life's path. Whether it is strengthening your relationships, revisiting your goals, or delving into spiritual practices, this transit invites you to align your actions with your higher ideals and create a more fulfilling and purposeful future. For Scorpio, Mars's retrogression in Gemini holds significant transformative potential. Positioned in your 8th house, which governs themes of transformation, shared resources, occult knowledge, and deeply ingrained psychological processes, this transit serves as an introspective journey into your inner world. Mars, as your ascendant lord and ruler of the 6th house, amplifies its impact, urging you to reevaluate various aspects of your life with both caution and curiosity. This retrograde brings forth challenges and changes, particularly in your personal and professional spheres. The 8th house is inherently associated with instability, and with Mars retrograde here, you may feel an amplified sense of unpredictability and tension. Professionally, there could be disruptions in your work schedule, difficulties in meeting deadlines, or increased rivalry among colleagues. This period may demand a more cooperative approach, despite the lack of support you may encounter from your peers. Focus on fostering goodwill and taking calculated steps to address any conflicts or misunderstandings that arise. In your personal life, relationships may face turbulence. Mars retrograde often intensifies underlying emotions, and its presence in the 8th house can bring unresolved issues to the surface. If you're in a committed relationship, this period might test your patience and mutual understanding. Emotional stress could take a toll on your health, making it crucial to maintain open communication with your partner and avoid impulsive reactions. For single Scorpios, the transit may inspire casual connections or intense but short-lived romantic experiences. These relationships, while fleeting, may serve as a mirror to help you better understand your own desires and emotional needs. Health is another key area of concern during this transit. Mars governs vitality and energy, and its retrograde motion may manifest as physical exhaustion or heightened vulnerability to chronic issues. Pay attention to any signs of inflammation or blood-related concerns, especially if you are currently undergoing a Mars Maha-dasha or related planetary period. Engage in regular health checkups, maintain a balanced diet, and incorporate stress-relieving practices like meditation or yoga into your routine. Avoid risky activities and prioritize your safety, particularly when traveling or engaging in physically demanding pursuits. Mars's back-and-forth movement between the 8th and 9th houses emphasizes the interplay between transformation and growth. While the 8th house demands introspection and addressing unresolved matters, the 9th house highlights philosophical exploration, higher learning, and long-distance travel. This oscillation might create a push-and-pull effect as you navigate between diving deep into your inner world and expanding your external horizons. Utilize this time to reconcile past experiences with future aspirations, ensuring that your actions align with your evolving values. Mars's aspects during this transit add layers of complexity. The 4th aspect on Virgo, your 11th house, may create friction in your social interactions. Misunderstandings or conflicts with friends and elder siblings could arise unexpectedly. This is an excellent opportunity to reflect on your social circle and determine which relationships are truly supportive of your growth. Avoid unnecessary confrontations and focus on nurturing meaningful connections. The 7th aspect on Sagittarius, your 2nd house of finances and family, underscores the importance of prudent financial planning. Shared resources, inheritances, and debt management may demand your attention. Delays in receiving loans, insurance payouts, or inheritance settlements are possible. Reassess your spending habits and prioritize stability over impulsive decisions. Family dynamics may also require extra care during this period. Strive to maintain harmony by communicating with clarity and sensitivity. Mars's 8th aspect on Capricorn, your 3rd house, emphasizes challenges in communication and short-term endeavors. You may feel hesitation in expressing yourself or encounter obstacles in your day-to-day activities. This aspect encourages you to refine your communication skills and approach tasks with practicality and patience. Short trips or travel plans could face delays, making it essential to remain flexible and adaptable. Despite its challenges, this transit can be particularly rewarding for individuals involved in research, investigation, or analytical fields. The introspective energy of the 8th house is conducive to deep exploration, making this a fruitful time for academics, detectives, scientists, and anyone pursuing a PhD or other research-intensive projects. Channel Mars's intensity into focused efforts, and you may achieve breakthroughs that propel your career forward. Financially, the retrograde motion of Mars in the 8th house may prompt you to reevaluate your investments and shared financial strategies. Avoid speculative ventures like gambling or cryptocurrency during this period, as they may lead to unnecessary losses. Instead, focus on creating a solid financial foundation that can withstand fluctuations. Emotionally, this transit offers a profound opportunity for healing and self-discovery. The 8th house governs transformation and regeneration, and Mars's retrograde motion encourages you to confront your fears and release emotional baggage. Engage in practices that promote psychological well-being, such as therapy, journaling, or spiritual exploration. By delving into your inner world, you can emerge from this transit with a deeper understanding of yourself and a renewed sense of purpose. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, the intensity of this period will begin to subside. The lessons learned during the retrograde phase will empower you to navigate future challenges with greater confidence and resilience. You'll likely emerge from this transit with a clearer understanding of your priorities, a more grounded approach to relationships, and a renewed focus on your long-term goals. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a transformative journey that emphasizes the importance of introspection, balance, and adaptability. While the challenges it presents may feel daunting, they also offer opportunities for growth and renewal. By embracing the lessons of this transit, you can navigate its complexities with wisdom and emerge stronger, more self-aware, and ready to face the future. For Sagittarius, Mars's retrogression in Gemini unfolds in the 7th house, an area that governs partnerships, marriage, business alliances, and public engagements. This retrograde signifies a period of reevaluation and potential turbulence in relationships and collaborations. Mars, ruling your 5th house of creativity and 12th house of losses, takes on a more introspective energy during retrogression. This shift encourages you to reassess your interactions, address underlying conflicts, and find balance between your desires and the needs of others. The presence of Mars in the 7th house during its retrograde motion can intensify emotions and lead to misunderstandings in partnerships. For those in committed relationships, this may manifest as heightened tensions, ego clashes, or arguments with your partner. The natural assertiveness of Mars, combined with the communicative energy of Gemini, may amplify conflicts if not carefully managed. This is an opportune time to practice patience and mindfulness in communication, as impulsive or overly aggressive responses can strain relationships further. Reflecting on the root causes of disagreements and fostering mutual understanding will be crucial. For singles, Mars retrograde in this house may bring fleeting or unconventional connections. While the retrograde energy encourages exploration and curiosity, it is not ideal for initiating long-term commitments. New relationships formed during this time may lack stability or clarity. Instead, focus on introspection and consider what you truly seek in a partner. This period is better suited for understanding your relationship patterns and healing past emotional wounds. Professionally, the 7th house also influences business partnerships and collaborations. Mars retrograde may bring delays or obstacles in joint ventures, contracts, or negotiations. You may find it challenging to align with your partners or face disagreements on key matters. While frustrations may arise, this is a time to revisit and refine your agreements and strategies rather than pushing for immediate outcomes. Patience and flexibility will help you navigate these challenges and strengthen your professional relationships in the long run. Mars's retrogression in Gemini also emphasizes the interplay between your 5th house of creativity and the 12th house of losses, spiritual growth, and foreign connections. As Mars governs these areas, its retrograde energy can create a push-pull dynamic between your creative aspirations and the practical realities of partnerships. You may feel drawn to explore innovative ideas or pursue creative projects, but encounter delays or setbacks. This is an excellent time for refining your vision, brainstorming, and laying the groundwork for future success. The 4th aspect of retrograde Mars falls on Virgo, your 10th house of career and public image. This aspect highlights the need for introspection in your professional life. Workplace conflicts, delays in achieving recognition, or challenges with authority figures may arise. These obstacles serve as opportunities to reassess your career goals and refine your approach to professional growth. Avoid engaging in office politics or power struggles, as these could undermine your efforts. Instead, focus on maintaining your integrity, demonstrating your commitment, and leveraging this period to strengthen your leadership skills. Mars's 7th aspect on Sagittarius, your own sign, intensifies the focus on self-awareness and personal growth. This aspect can amplify your natural fire and assertiveness, potentially making you more dominant or impatient. While this energy can drive personal achievements, it also requires careful management to avoid alienating others. Practicing mindfulness and channeling this energy into constructive pursuits, such as physical fitness or creative projects, can help you maintain balance and avoid unnecessary conflicts. The 8th aspect of Mars on Capricorn, your 2nd house of finances and family, brings attention to monetary matters and communication within your family dynamics. You may experience unexpected expenses or fluctuations in your financial situation. Avoid speculative investments or high-risk ventures during this period, as Mars retrograde often brings unforeseen challenges. Instead, focus on long-term financial planning and prudent decision-making. Within the family, tensions or misunderstandings may arise, necessitating patience and clear communication to maintain harmony. Rahu's placement in the 4th house during this transit further influences your emotional state and search for happiness. Rahu often creates an insatiable desire for fulfillment, but its effects can be fleeting or illusory. This dynamic underscores the importance of grounding yourself and seeking stability in your relationships and emotional well-being. Be cautious about placing too much trust in short-term solutions or impulsive decisions, as they may not provide lasting satisfaction. The retrogression of Mars also offers opportunities for spiritual and personal growth. Its rulership over the 12th house emphasizes themes of introspection, healing, and letting go of past baggage. This is an excellent time to explore practices that promote inner peace, such as meditation, journaling, or therapy. Engaging in charitable activities or acts of service can also bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Mars's retrograde energy encourages you to address unresolved fears or insecurities, paving the way for deeper self-awareness and emotional resilience. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, you will gradually regain clarity and momentum in your relationships, professional endeavors, and creative pursuits. The lessons learned during this introspective phase will equip you with a stronger sense of purpose and a more balanced approach to your interactions. By embracing the challenges and opportunities of this transit, you can strengthen your partnerships, refine your strategies, and align your actions with your long-term aspirations. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini for Sagittarius natives marks a period of reassessment and introspection in relationships, creativity, and professional collaborations. While challenges and delays may arise, they serve as opportunities for growth, healing, and self-discovery. By approaching this transit with patience, mindfulness, and a willingness to learn, you can navigate its complexities and emerge with greater clarity, resilience, and harmony in your life. For Capricorn, Mars's retrogression in Gemini signifies a critical period of self-reflection and recalibration. As Mars moves through your 6th house, which governs health, work routines, and competition, its retrograde motion slows down your usual dynamic momentum, urging you to revisit and address underlying issues. This transit isn't merely a pause but an opportunity to strategically strengthen your foundation for long-term growth and well-being. Mars, as the ruler of your 4th house of stability and 11th house of gains, connects deeply with your personal and professional goals. During its retrograde in the 6th house, you may feel driven to tackle existing challenges, but with an underlying sense of frustration due to delays or miscommunications. Your work environment could become a focal point, with an increased workload that tests your patience. The retrograde encourages you to approach workplace conflicts and strain professional relationships with tact, strategy, and cooperation rather than assertiveness or dominance. While Mars's energy typically empowers you to confront rivals or challenges head-on, this period advises you to think before acting, as impulsiveness may backfire. Your health becomes a significant theme during this retrograde phase. The 6th house's focus on well-being, coupled with Mars's fiery energy, can manifest in physical or mental stress. Conditions such as inflammation, digestive issues, or fatigue may arise, signaling the need for a balanced diet and relaxation practices. Mars's retrograde also slows its usual vitality, making it essential to conserve energy and avoid overexertion. This is an excellent time to reassess your daily habits, integrate physical fitness into your routine, and explore practices such as yoga or meditation to rejuvenate your body and mind. Paying attention to your body's subtle signals will help you stay in control of your well-being during this transit. Financially, Mars retrograde in the 6th house can provide clarity regarding debts, loans, and expenses. If you're considering investments in property, real estate, or vehicles, exercise caution, especially given Saturn's aspect on your 4th house until the end of March 2025. While opportunities may appear promising, delays or complications are possible, and careful planning is essential. Avoid taking on significant financial risks unless your natal chart and planetary periods are strongly supportive. Instead, use this time to analyze and refine your financial strategies to ensure long-term stability. Mars's retrograde aspects bring added dimensions to its influence during this transit. Its 4th aspect on your 9th house of higher learning, spirituality, and long-distance travel highlights the importance of revisiting long-term goals and beliefs. You may feel a pull towards spiritual or religious pursuits, such as visiting a meditation center, an ashram, or a place of pilgrimage. This is an excellent time for introspective travel or studies that expand your understanding of your life's purpose. However, leisure-oriented or materialistic travel plans might not yield the desired satisfaction during this period. The 7th aspect on your 12th house of introspection and hidden matters encourages deep inner work and emotional healing. It emphasizes the importance of addressing unresolved feelings, releasing emotional baggage, and cultivating mindfulness. This influence may also highlight the need to balance your external efforts with moments of solitude and rest, allowing you to recharge and realign with your core values. Be mindful of increasing expenses related to travel or spiritual endeavors, as these could strain your budget if not planned carefully. Mars's 8th aspect on your 1st house intensifies self-awareness and personal growth. This influence can empower you to face your fears, develop self-confidence, and assert your individuality. Your leadership abilities may shine during this period, as others recognize your strength and seek your counsel. However, it's essential to manage your energy levels effectively, as the demands of work and personal pursuits may impact your sleep and overall vitality. Prioritizing self-care and maintaining a structured routine will help you navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. Professionally, this retrograde period offers a chance to reassess your goals, refine your strategies, and develop a more collaborative approach to teamwork. While Mars in the 6th house typically enhances your competitive edge, its retrograde motion may soften its assertiveness, encouraging you to work harmoniously with colleagues or other leaders. This is a time to strengthen your relationships within the workplace, build trust, and find innovative solutions to existing challenges. If you are engaged in legal disputes or competitive examinations, Mars's retrograde offers a favorable opportunity to gain an advantage through patience, preparation, and persistence. On a personal level, relationships may see a mix of harmony and tension. While your family and partner may be supportive, you might struggle to fully understand their perspectives or dilemmas. Avoid becoming overly dominant in your interactions and strive to foster open communication and mutual understanding. Balancing your professional and personal responsibilities is key to maintaining harmony during this transit. As Mars turns direct on February 24th, the challenges and introspection of this retrograde phase will begin to transform into clarity and progress. You'll emerge from this period with a deeper understanding of your priorities, improved strategies for tackling challenges, and a renewed sense of balance in your work and personal life. By embracing the lessons of this transit and taking deliberate, thoughtful actions, you'll be better equipped to navigate the road ahead with confidence and resilience. Overall, Mars's retrogression in your 6th house offers a unique blend of challenges and opportunities. It encourages you to approach your work, health, and personal relationships with patience, mindfulness, and strategic planning. While the retrograde may test your resilience, it also empowers you to refine your approach, align your actions with your values, and build a solid foundation for future success. Through introspection, discipline, and self-care, this transit can become a transformative period of growth and empowerment for Capricorn natives. For Aquarius, Mars retrograding in Gemini significantly impacts as it transits their 5th house, a domain governing creativity, romance, children, and speculative activities. Mars, ruling the 3rd house of initiative and the 10th house of career, exerts a strong influence on your drive and ambition. However, during its retrograde phase, its usual forward momentum slows, redirecting its energy inward. This shift urges reflection and reevaluation in matters of love, creative expression, and personal aspirations. Mars retrograde in the 5th house may feel like a restriction in areas where you usually express yourself freely. Creative projects might face delays or roadblocks, requiring you to refine your ideas and strategies. It's a time to revisit unfinished projects or revive hobbies you once loved. This inward pull can foster personal growth by prompting you to explore new perspectives or artistic techniques. While the energy may feel subdued, it is an excellent opportunity for intellectual and creative breakthroughs. Romantically, this transit can bring complexity to relationships. If you are in a committed relationship, misunderstandings or conflicts may arise, often stemming from miscommunication or differing expectations. It is essential to approach your partner with patience and empathy, ensuring that small disagreements do not escalate. For single individuals, the retrograde energy makes it less conducive to beginning new relationships. Any romantic connections formed during this period may feel temporary or challenging to solidify. Instead, focus on self-reflection and emotional healing, allowing you to understand your desires and emotional needs better. Parents may find this transit challenging, as it can highlight concerns about their children. Communication with your children may become strained, requiring extra patience and a willingness to listen. Academic or health-related issues in your children's lives may come to the forefront, urging you to address their needs carefully and constructively. This period encourages strengthening bonds through understanding and creative engagement, such as participating in activities together or nurturing their interests. Speculative activities such as investments or gambling, governed by the 5th house, may yield unpredictable results during Mars retrograde. It is advisable to avoid high-risk ventures, as the retrograde energy often brings unexpected fluctuations. Instead, focus on financial prudence and long-term strategies. Reflecting on past financial decisions can help you make more informed choices once Mars resumes direct motion. Mars retrograde also brings notable influences through its aspects. Its 4th aspect on Virgo, the 8th house, emphasizes themes of transformation, shared resources, and deep introspection. This aspect can bring hidden matters or unresolved financial concerns to light, urging you to address them thoughtfully. Avoid impulsive financial decisions and focus on understanding the root causes of any issues. This aspect also supports research and investigation, making it an excellent time for those involved in academic or scientific fields. The 7th aspect on Sagittarius, your 11th house of social connections and long-term goals, may bring challenges in friendships or group dynamics. Misunderstandings or tensions may arise in your social circle, requiring clear and open communication to resolve. On a broader level, this aspect encourages reassessment of your aspirations and alignment of your efforts with your goals. Use this period to clarify your vision for the future and refine your plans for achieving them. Mars's 8th aspect on Capricorn, your 12th house of introspection and spirituality, intensifies the need for inner work. This aspect urges you to let go of past regrets and overcome subconscious fears. It is a time to explore practices that promote spiritual growth and emotional healing, such as meditation, yoga, or journaling. The 12th house influence may also lead to increased expenses, particularly related to travel or charitable activities. If you find yourself drawn to social service or donation, ensure that your actions are aligned with your values and capabilities. The retrograde transit of Mars can also impact your health and well-being. You may feel physically drained or experience disruptions in your sleep patterns due to the increased introspective energy. Stress levels might rise as you juggle professional and personal challenges. It is crucial to prioritize self-care and adopt healthy routines, including regular exercise and a balanced diet. Avoid overexertion, as this can exacerbate feelings of fatigue or irritability. Professionally, While Mars governs the 10th house of career, its retrograde motion in the 5th house creates an indirect impact on your work life. The increased workload and pressure to meet deadlines may test your patience. It is essential to remain organized and strategic, using this time to refine your approach to work. Collaboration with colleagues may require extra effort, as misunderstandings or differing priorities could arise. However, this period offers an opportunity to develop resilience and adaptability, qualities that will benefit you in the long run. The retrograde motion of Mars also highlights the importance of managing your emotions and verbal expressions. Avoid being overly dominant or assertive in your interactions, whether with colleagues, friends, or loved ones. Practicing mindfulness in communication can help maintain harmony and prevent conflicts. The energy of this transit favors introspection and self-awareness, helping you better understand your motivations and reactions. As Mars turns direct on February 24th, you will begin to feel a gradual restoration of energy and clarity. The challenges and lessons of the retrograde period will equip you with greater resilience and a refined sense of purpose. Creative blocks will start to lift, allowing you to channel your ideas more effectively. Romantic and familial relationships will also stabilize, provided you have used the retrograde period to address underlying issues constructively. Overall, Mars retrograde in Gemini's 5th house for Aquarius natives brings a period of introspection and reevaluation in matters of creativity, love, and personal growth. While this transit may feel restrictive, it offers an opportunity for self-discovery and refinement. By embracing the lessons and challenges of this period, you can emerge stronger, more focused, and better prepared to pursue your aspirations with renewed vigor and clarity. For Pisces, the retrogression of Mars in Gemini is a significant event as it directly impacts your 4th house, the area governing home, family, emotional well-being, and your inner foundation. Mars, the fiery and assertive ruler of your 2nd house of wealth and 9th house of fortune, brings with a transformative energy that can influence these domains in profound ways. This period signals a time of introspection, reassessment, and caution, as the retrograde motion slows Mars's usual outward drive, turning its energy inward and causing disruptions that demand attention. Mars retrograde in the 4th house often highlights cracks in your foundation, be they literal, such as issues with property or home repairs, or metaphorical, such as unresolved emotional patterns or familial tensions. You may feel compelled to reevaluate your living situation, consider selling or buying property, or address neglected repairs in your home. However, given the retrograde phase, it's wise to avoid impulsive decisions in real estate matters, as outcomes may not align with your expectations. A cautious approach, thorough planning, and waiting until Mars turns direct would serve you better. This transit can also bring emotional challenges, stirring up unresolved feelings and creating a sense of restlessness or dissatisfaction. The 4th house's connection to mental peace means that you might feel more irritable or unsettled during this time, especially if underlying issues have been ignored. This is an ideal moment for introspection and healing. Practices like yoga, meditation, and breathing exercises can help you channel Mars's fiery energy in constructive ways, promoting emotional balance and reducing stress. Family dynamics may also come under strain during this transit. Misunderstandings or disagreements with family members, particularly your mother, might arise, requiring patience and diplomacy to navigate. If your mother's health has been a concern, now is the time to encourage a wellness checkup or support her in managing any ongoing issues. Creating a supportive and harmonious home environment should be a priority, even if it means addressing uncomfortable topics or redefining boundaries within the family. Mars's retrograde motion also affects your ability to balance work and personal life. The increase in workload or professional pressures could reduce the time and energy you dedicate to your family, leading to potential friction with your spouse or partner. Clear communication and empathy will be essential in maintaining harmony in your personal relationships. Avoid letting work-related stress spill over into your home life, as this could exacerbate tensions. The planetary aspects of Mars during its retrograde add another layer of complexity. From Gemini, Mars casts its 4th aspect on Virgo, your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. This aspect can create challenges in both personal and professional partnerships, highlighting areas where mutual understanding or collaboration is lacking. If you are married or in a long-term relationship, be mindful of your tone and approach, as Mars's fiery energy can lead to misunderstandings or conflicts if not tempered. For those in business partnerships, this is not an ideal time to embark on new ventures or make significant changes, as the retrograde energy can cloud judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. Mars's 7th aspect on Sagittarius, your 10th house of career and public image, brings your professional life into focus. While this aspect can amplify your ambition and drive, the retrograde motion may lead to temporary setbacks or delays in achieving your goals. You might find yourself reevaluating your career path, questioning your current strategies, or experiencing tension with colleagues or superiors. Use this time to refine your approach, strengthen your leadership skills, and focus on building a solid foundation for future success. The 8th aspect of Mars on Capricorn, your 11th house of social networks, aspirations, and gains, emphasizes the importance of patience and collaboration in achieving your goals. Friendships or group dynamics may experience strain during this transit, requiring you to navigate social interactions with care and diplomacy. This aspect also encourages you to reassess your long-term goals and ensure they align with your values and priorities. The involvement of Saturn in the 12th house and Rahu in your 1st house during this transit adds further significance. Saturn's influence in the 12th house highlights themes of introspection, spiritual growth, and letting go of past baggage. This is an excellent time to explore practices that promote inner peace and self-awareness. Rahu in your 1st house amplifies your ambitions and desire for personal growth, but it also warns against overextending yourself or pursuing goals at the expense of your well-being. Mars's rulership over your 2nd house of wealth and 9th house of fortune means that financial and spiritual matters may come into focus during this period. While there may be opportunities for financial growth, the retrograde phase urges caution in managing your resources and avoiding impulsive investments. On a spiritual level, this transit encourages you to explore your beliefs, reconnect with your inner wisdom, and seek guidance from trusted mentors or advisors. As Mars resumes direct motion on February 24th, you will feel a gradual restoration of energy, clarity, and momentum. The challenges and lessons of this retrograde phase will have equipped you with greater resilience, emotional maturity, and a clearer sense of purpose. By embracing the introspective opportunities of this transit, you can strengthen your foundation, nurture your relationships, and set the stage for long-term growth and success. Overall, Mars's retrogression in Gemini is a time for Pisces natives to slow down, reflect, and focus on strengthening the areas of life governed by the 4th house. Whether it's addressing emotional patterns, resolving family conflicts, or reevaluating your professional and personal goals, this transit offers valuable opportunities for growth and transformation. By approaching this period with patience, self-awareness, and a willingness to adapt, you can navigate its challenges and emerge stronger and more aligned with your true path. As we conclude this episode, please remember that these insights are based on Sidereal or Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference from the tropical zodiac. Individual predictions may vary, as every birth chart is unique. The influence of dasha periods and natal planetary placements can shape transits differently, both positively and negatively. It's essential to consider your own birth chart when applying these general predictions to your personal circumstances. If you'd like personalized predictions or have questions about your astrological chart, feel free to reach out to us. Stay tuned for more astrological updates. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful astrology content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to sharing more astrological wisdom with you in the future. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep shining bright.